Wise attention. You know the English translation, but you know what it means. Are you familiar with the phrase? You, I know you're not familiar. The rest of the atas one. We pay attention. This is a very important phrase, by the way. Yoniso manasikara is an important concept. It's an extremely important concept. It refers to what you put your attention on. Okay? So when something upsets you, let's say you get angry, what do you usually put your attention on? The object of anger. Someone comes up to you, says something to you, very unpleasant. Do you put attention on the words, on your feelings, on what the person means, on the person, on what? What do you put your attention on? Do you understand? Many a times, when something unpleasant hits you, many a times you put attention on the object that triggered the unpleasantness. So either you put attention on the words, or the person who is saying the words, or your feelings, then your attention becomes your feeling, right? Or sometimes it dances around, but all on the wrong thing. What it means, as the Buddha said, nothing so helpful for a trainee. You see the word mendicant, you see the word mendicant, you know it's Ajahn Sujato's translation. There's nothing so helpful for a trainee mendicant aspiring for the ultimate goal as Yoniso Manasikara. He translates Yoniso as rational. I think a better translation is wise. Wise or careful. So what the phrase says is, what the Buddha was saying is, one thing very important for someone in training is what he puts his attention on. Yoniso means wise. Ayoniso, unwise. So, for you, this is about you. For you, what do you put your attention on? You put your attention on the right thing, your mind comes down. You put your attention on the unhelpful thing, the mind gets more agitated. Beneficial object comes, steadies. Destructive, your attention on something wrong, it becomes disturbing. It agitates you more. Okay? Bhikkhu. You see the word bhikkhu? It is Bhante Bhikkhu Bodhi. I say that the destruction of the taints is for one who knows and sees, not for one who does not know and see. Who knows and see what? Wise attention, unwise attention. When one attends unwisely, a reason taints arise, a reason taints increase. When one attends wisely, and a reason taints do not rise, and a reason ones are abandoned. Okay, now what does that mean for me, for us? You go back to this example of someone say something not nice to you. Okay, your husband, your wife, your parents, a family member say to you, you always go for retreat, then I got to do all your work. Maybe, maybe something like that happens. What do you put your attention on? The person angry with me, the person unreasonable. So now you're putting attention on the person. The person resentful. I am such a failure as a daughter or son. I am now perceived by my family as mean and selfish. You see, you think like that means you're putting your attention on the wrong thing. You're putting attention on the object of anger or the object of resentment. Then you start off with mild anger, now become worse. Then originally you came back from retreat, you're so happy, you come in, it becomes bad. Do you see that? And a reason arises. A reason gets worse. Because you pay your attention on angry words. How do you change that? Now, forget the words. Don't look at the words. Perhaps you look at Vedana, feeling. Earlier on, I guided you. Look at feeling. Oh, feeling shake. Don't react. Watch feeling arises, fade. Perhaps you look at feeling. Perhaps you look at perception. My perception wants to run. And you tell yourself, relax, chill, calm. Buddha image. Whatever that you use, you pick up an object that helps you to calm. You get it? Forget the words. The words, I teach you one more. The words are the words of anger. The words came someone who is unwholesome. You go and pay attention to someone who is unwholesome, your mind become unwholesome. So change narrative. Now pay attention on narrative. You tell yourself, I listen to the words of a madman, I become mad. I listen to the words of an angry person, I become angry. I should listen to the words of the Buddha, recall the words of the Buddha, that at least you stay wholesome. Get it? What do you put your attention on? Now, this is not easy because our habit is to long pia. Jiu tao long jiu tao. Fellow come and whack you, you go whack back. That is our habit. Now you have to tell yourself, take the jiu tao, throw away. We should be cotton wool, right? This is what you must tell yourself. It will take a while, but you just remember this. Putting my attention on your angry words, I get angry. Putting my attention on the Buddha's wise words, I calm down. Understand? Then how does it work for you? You have to decide which narrative works. Put your attention on the right thing. Okay? Now, even higher level, you place your attention on a wholesome mental state. So sometimes you put your attention on metta. The words are the words, you just watch metta. Breathe metta. Or you put your attention on breathing. Watch breathing, watch contact point. So don't ignore the words, focus on here and now. The form, the breathing, wise reflection, die already, like that law, die already, like that law. Do you think it will work? How many of you think maybe can work? Die already, I die already, die, focus on death, die. Si liao, okay? No, it can work. It's what you put your attention on. Surely putting your attention on their words is not going to work. Okay? It is Buddha saying, focus, refocus your attention. Okay? When one attends carelessly. Now, so you say, wise, unwise, careless, not careless, rational. There's so many translations. That's why I said I prefer the word wise. When you attend carelessly, actually, it's an idea of not being very careful, right? Not wise, rather unwise. 细算来, in other words, which is us in daily life. Do you even pay attention to attention? We don't, right? You just go and focus. You don't even realize that what you are doing is paying attention. So right now, here and now, you're learning the word. There is such a thing as paying deliberate attention. And as a practitioner, your attention wants to be placed on the helpful object. Helpful, okay? And the point, how do you know you're paying attention to the right thing? You don't get angrier. Unarisen, taint arises, means not there become there. So you have paid attention wrongly. Remember, I want you to remember something. Remember a time when someone said something happened, and you didn't react. You were like, I didn't react. Right? At that point, then later on, when you think about it, you react. Later, you react. Paid wrong attention. Already passed. Already passed. Right? You didn't react. You quite chill. Somehow you can tell yourself, Bui Pai, didn't react. Pass already. That night, go back to sleep, start pay wrong attention. Okay? And here, and this one specifically, remember earlier on we're talking about abandoning unwholesome, remember? Then there are two parts. There is the loba, dosa, moha, and then there is the nivaranas, the obstacles. This is about hindrances. And this is very interesting. What the Buddha is saying here, okay, very interesting. When you attend carelessly, unarisen sensual desires arises. A reason once increase. So let's say, this one I'll tell you it's me. At night, there was a time I used to eat supper. Okay? I will have supper, I eat a bit of here and there. I still do that occasionally. But I know my mind. I pay attention to the food I will want to eat. I ignore the food, don't let the mind go there. I wouldn't think about food. Do you get it? So unarisen, you go and think about it, then you continue thinking about it, you will definitely go and cook Maggi noodles. Because you keep thinking about it. But if you stop thinking, and you must tell yourself, if you continue to associate, it will start. Then don't associate. Then it will fade. Okay? And the same for anger, you will. It's not there, you go and think about it, it will start. Think more, it will proliferate. And it goes on. Sensuous desire, ill will, sloth, and torpor. Now, how does it work? Your mind say, wow, bed very nice. I should rest already. I worked so hard today. My pillow looks inviting. 呢啲係自己攞嚟睡啊！ My pillow looks so good. What's to look? Don't look at pillow. Look at meditation mat. Then maybe you were differently inspired. Okay? Then restlessness. Have you noticed? I am restless. Then the more you say, the more restless you are. This is paying wrong attention. Then what must you do? Ignore it. Ignore the bed. Get up and say, just do it. Just do it. Go bathe. Go do something. But ignore what that beckons at you. 明白吗? And then it goes on. Worry. What must you do? Ignore it. Displace it. Tell yourself. Chill. Relax. Cool. Okay? And finally, the doubt. Have you noticed? I want you all to do that now, okay? Let's practice this one. You say to yourself, say, okay, relax. Okay, relax. Then you say to yourself, wow, this path very difficult. Say to yourself, wow, very difficult. I start too old, I don't know enough. I learn, I can't get in. Can you see how now you're getting a little bit, now you feel a little bit, you feel it? Do you all feel it? You're very good at narrative. Now I want you to say it like that. Hey, I'm very lucky, in this life. I've come to the right place to learn. I've met good friends. I have met good teachers, which means 我的福报够. Say it. 我的福报 enough. I've met good people, good practitioner, good friends. What can it go wrong? How can anything go wrong? Of course you'll be okay. We'll get it, one will get it. Say it. Do you feel better? So weird, right? It tells us our brain very stupid. It gets mesmerized by our words. I want you to see for yourself. You must encourage yourself. Say to yourself. I tell you something about practice. I tell you about awakening and realization, all these things. Our instinct is to say, remember yesterday I was talking about control, right? Actually, that's still your instinct. Let me explain why. Do you believe that hard work, intelligence is what it takes to understand Dhamma? Do you believe that? Don't bluff me, you do. Must work hard. So you will say there must be longevity of time. I must give time to learning. I must give time to learning. I must practice, give time to learning. Do you have that? It is a condition, but not the only condition. 你明白吗? You see, can you control your height? Can you control your height? Because that's condition, your genetic condition. You can tweak it a bit. The nutrition that you have, the exercise that you do, they can tweak it. This is nurture. It can do something, but it cannot make a kate ayam become giant. Not possible. Unless you can break your leg lah. They let the bone grow. Agree or not? Actually, learning is also conditioned. Growing in the Dhamma is also conditioned. One of the conditions is your merits. Did you know that? One of the conditions for spiritual growth is your own merits. It's a sila part of the house. When you are kind and you are giving and you are generous, you will draw to you actually decent teachers. Minimally, it starts with friends. Decent people want to associate with you. Good people want to associate with you. Then they will introduce you to the teachers, to the opportunities for growth. Then guess what? You got the time, you got the resources, you got the opportunity to go. And then you go. And then you're in the space where you can learn. All these are conditions. And these conditions all depend on merits. Okay? You may think that you have not worked long enough, hard enough. Actually, you don't know. You don't know your previous lives, the ones that came before. Have they worked hard? Have they worked long? Have they gained insights? Have they done it? Because they have. This life, you set the condition, it will blow for you. 你明白吗? So, we don't know. We just do our part. The conditions are there, we just do our best. But you cannot not do a thing. You cannot not do a thing. You cannot like, I'm destined for enlightenment. You know what I'll do? I will just sit at the door. Stretch out my leg and lie on the cool floor. Okay? And wait for enlightenment to happen. You didn't set any condition. You didn't turn on the torch. You must at least do that. 明白吗? You do that and the conditions will come. But you didn't even do that. Nothing will happen. Okay? So, now we're in this phase. You learn well over 2 days, right? You learn well. You got new knowledge, new ideas. Okay, conditions are set in place already. Now we see how far, what happens. Okay? The first one, you are putting your attention on unhelpful mental states. The second one, you are putting attention on helpful mental states. And the helpful mental states are, based on this one is one of the frames. Based on this is one of the frames that the Buddha used. This is the frame of 7 factors of enlightenment. Okay? And they are, right now, if you need to write down, mindfulness, Dhamma investigation. Yeah, these are the factors of enlightenment. Dhamma investigation, virya first. Energy, effort, energy. Rapture, tranquility, stillness, mental stillness, equanimity, upeka, mindfulness, Dhamma investigation, energy, rapture, tranquility, stillness, mental stillness, equanimity. All these are mental states. Some of you feel very overwhelmed by the amount of things I'm throwing. Buddha taught for 45 years. You want to reduce it to 3 days. Like that how? Okay. But it's okay. These are mental states. The next time we do a retreat, perhaps we'll go into the mental states. But these are mental states, okay? All right, everyone? Okay. Now, I want you to pause, recall what you have written. What you have written. Pause, look at what you have written. The mental states, not to pay attention on. The mental states, which is at 5 hindrances. Then the mental states to pay attention on, which is the factors of enlightenment. I paused here, I wait for your question. Any question, ask first. Because we're going into another. Yes.
Yeah, Sister Sylvia. So the wholesome mental state, mindfulness, investigation, energy, so, but the rapture and the fall, those are the effects that you can't do it right.
Do it means what?
You can't do that, I mean, do that as a result of doing that, right?
Yes and no. When you become, can you all hear me? Actually, when you become familiar with the mental state, you can trigger the mental states at any time. When you become familiar. Initially, that's a very good question. Initially, mindfulness, now, mindfulness is right mindfulness. I will go into more detail tomorrow, okay? I will not talk about it today because tomorrow is Samadhi. So you look at mindfulness. And in tomorrow's talk, I will talk about right mindfulness and right stillness. When the right mindfulness arises, when it arises, your mind naturally go into a state of reflecting on the Dhamma, natural state, okay? You will reflect on the Dhamma. And in that reflection, you will start to connect some dots and you feel very joyous. That is why this energy, this virya energy will come up. So you get inspired, oh, do more. Okay? And you get into a state of joy and peace. Joy and peace automatically leads to a stillness and the mind being able to stay detached. I am talking about, these are all natural states. But here he's saying, put attention, pay attention on them, which means to say that actually you can look at the state and get familiar. You want to recognize wholesome mental states when they arise. When they arise, recognize, be familiarized with them. So that if you're familiarized with them, if you're familiar with them, you can actually recall them anytime. Okay? Yes, it is sequential. Yes, they are conditionally a reason. But when they become familiar, you can trigger them anytime. Example, all of you now, feel metta. Feel it. Can you feel it? Some can, because you're familiar. Some have to start, may I be well and happy. May my loved ones be well and happy, and so on. If you have to do it the second way, it means it's not natural yet, not familiar. If it's familiar, it will come out like that because you recognize it. Let's try a different one. Feel faith now. Saddha, feel it. Faith. Faith in the Buddha. Feel. On a scale of 1 to 5, how many of you will say, I'm a 5? I want to see your hands. Very good. You're familiar, ma? You don't even have to think. You just Buddha, come out already. 明白吗? Because you're familiar. Okay? If you are not familiar, then you will have to say, Namo tassa bhagavato. You have to do gymnastic to get there. So any mental states, as long as they are mental state, once you are expert, once you are familiar, it comes naturally. I want you all to try again. This one, akusala. Be anxious. Be anxious. Some of you, oh, 来了. Some of you, okay, 我来. I try. How many of you, when I say feel anxious, it came out very fast? I know who you are, okay? I know who you are. How many of you? A bit. Small bits or actually way more than this. The number who gets anxious very fast here in this room, way more than a handful. Many more of you actually gets very anxious very fast. But it's because you're familiar with it. You see it, you hear the word anxious, it starts. Okay, I should stop using that word. Calm, calm, how's that? Calm. Chill. The number is much smaller. The one who chill out fast, the number is much smaller. Okay? So you know, and when you go for retreats with me, one of the things that I always tell people is, you must know what's your superpower, which means the wholesome mental states. And you must know what are your Achilles heels. What mental states trip you fast? You must know. Because your job is to weaken the ones that trip you and strengthen the ones that you already are familiar with. Because you strengthen that even further, you can go into Samadhi fast. Any of the wholesome mental state can get you into Samadhi fast. Okay? Okay, any other question? No more? We move on. Earlier on, we have been talking about narratives, wise narratives. This comes from the Buddha. This is switching. Remember wholesome, unwholesome? So the first one he thought was, take your attention, instead of focusing on something unwholesome, switch it to something wholesome. Switch. For instance, I'm angry, then I remind myself, narratives, I remind myself, I am a student of the Buddha. I'm his disciple. I cannot siasui my boss. Okay, I cannot siasui my teacher. You know, it's also something which the Buddha used. I cannot remember exactly the sutta, but he was talking to a bunch of Brahmins. And the Brahmins were going on and on about Brahma. And then the Buddha asked them, let me ask you, Brahma, do you perceive Brahma with a lot of metta? Then they say, yes. Does Brahma have a lot of compassion? They went, yes. What about Brahma and Mudita? They went, yes, first class. And then Upeka, first class. Then he asked them, are you like that? Then they came, like, no, they are not metta, no, they are not karuna, and so on. And Buddha say, then can you associate with Brahma? Get it? It's the same principle that I'm using now. Okay? If you do not have the wholesome qualities, then you buy Guan Yin want to associate with you or not? You understand? You call yourself a student of so and so. Then the Guan Yin knows you this pattern. You think you call Guan Yin will come? Who you think Guan Yin is? Your butler. Guan Yin Guan Yin. Who is Guan Yin? Who are all these bodhisattvas? They are the best beings, you know. They are the one with the strongest qualities, the most wholesome of qualities. Then you call out to them, who you think you are? Who are we? We must at least be worthy, worthy to stand in the same room, lah. Okay, maybe not worthy next to them, but worthy in the same room, lah. Then we must therefore exhibit the qualities. Okay? This is the same little thing I tell my mom and I tell people. You must exhibit the same qualities. Then you can. Okay, back to this. Using wise narrative, the guidance from the Buddha was change it to something wholesome. Okay? Practice, let's practice. You are now angry. Don't look at me, look at each other. You practice on each other. Go into your small group and practice. Okay? How do you change attention to something wholesome? I give you a scenario. Someone come up to you and say, you are a poor practitioner, you got standard, me? Okay, now you talk to each other. How do you switch it to something wholesome? Go. You look like I'm adjusting my tie. Okay. To switch a sign to something kusala, to switch it to something kusala, wholesome, you want to make sure your own greed, the loba dosa is not there. Okay? You want to, and then you focus on the wholesome mental state to use. A wholesome mental state. So compassion, metta, forgiveness, love, gratitude, you switch it. So for instance, instead of looking at someone criticizing you as being oppressive, you say, by pointing out my mistake, I can learn. What comes up? Maybe gratitude. Okay? You understand? And then you don't focus on the angry words, you focus on their more honorable intent. We don't know lah. We don't know. But you can say that, well, I get to learn from this. I'm okay. 你明白吗? Change it to a wholesome mental state for yourself. Focus on your mental state. Or what I said earlier on, I'm a student of the Buddha. Buddha is immaculate in conduct. I must be worthy. So I will also be immaculate in my conduct. What is the mental state that comes up here? Faith. My faith in the Buddha teaches me, tells me, I need to walk his path, do it his way. Understand? Whatever works for you, you decide. I cannot tell you. Since the rest of you don't want to share with each other, you could have shared with each other how you did it. And in the process of hanging around each other, you can go and share. Okay? Maybe you're shy. So my wholesome mental state is everybody's modest. Okay. It doesn't work. The second one. If it doesn't work, this is another one to use. Reflecting in the danger of having your akusala thought. Many a times we continue being angry and we forget that anger is bad for our mind. So, as practitioner, we should, if the first one doesn't work, then you tell yourself, you big your like or you and go to hell. If I die in the next minute, I'm going to end up in hell. Angry, get a stroke. You know what I'm saying? You reflect on the danger of holding on to something. It is unwholesome. You are resentful. You are feeling rather entitled. You reflect on, if I continue to have this mental state, is bad for me, bad for practice, bad for cultivation, cause my mind to spiral into something negative. What's wrong with me? You tell yourself like that. So this is the second method that he taught. Okay? The third one, he said to just ignore. To just ignore. You stop thinking. It's like me and my food at night. Don't look at it. Done. No more. See that? Okay, food at night is easy lah. Some other things may be harder. Okay? But you must know that you have chosen to ignore. Then don't let your mind go, I go and check and see whether I still think of it. I think you're asking for trouble. Ignore means ignore. I'm very good at this. By the way, you get me, if you come along and you make me upset because you're doing funny thing, I would just ignore. I won't think about it. Just cut, go, bye-bye, bye-bye. I'm off really. Okay? So ignore. Next. This one is a practitioner style. Okay? Now the words are not easy to understand. I will teach you. Basically, when you're agitated, your mind spins, right? The words are very fast. The words are very fast. You slow them down. Wait. And then you see the thought formation slow down. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? You see the thought formation slow down. Then you will tell yourself, can I slow it even more? And then it slows down further. Slow until there's nothing left. It's just silence. It slow down the thought. You will tell yourself, slow down thought formation. You will say it. Okay, slow down. Don't kanchong spider, slow down. Okay? Slow down. And then you see the speed slow down. So initially it's 20 thoughts per minute. Then it goes down to 10 thoughts. And you tell yourself, slow down further. In the example that he used, he said, it's like someone is walking fast. You tell, what if I slow down my walk? What if I sit down? What if I lie down? So it's slowing down, slow down, and slow further and further slowing down. Okay? Okay, Question here. Don't have? Yes.
I react to the situation with very unwholesome thought. I'm aware, but yet it doesn't want to take the break and pull the handbrake. It wants to go on because it says, if I continue to do like that, I'm going to do the extra work.
Wait. Yeah, I hear you. I can hear you speeding up. Okay. Then you do the first part. Yoniso manasikara. Place wise attention. You go and put attention on all the unhappy thoughts. Can you, excellent example. You can choose to put your attention on wise, you want to put wise attention, or you want to attend unwisely. If you attend unwisely, you will feed anger. Get it? Who are you feeding? You can feed anger, get yourself all tied up in knots, and then your thoughts won't stop. Your narratives can't change. Then you say, I know what I'm doing, now I will pay attention wisely. When I pay wise attention, I have a chance of applying this. You pay wrong attention, you have no chance of, your chances of restoring balance is lowered. Okay? You can tell yourself, many a times we refuse to they call it akusala very sticky. You won't let go of the akusala. You have not enough faith to believe that if I change my narrative, the akusala will move on. You must have faith that it will work because you're wiring your brain. You're rewiring your brain. You're doing all this work not for that person. Because if you say he is going to benefit, you get angry. You say, I'm doing this work for me. I want a peace of mind. I want this mind to settle down. And then in the meantime, I build good karma by being generous. It's okay. Tell yourself, it's okay. So what you say often enough, you will believe. 明白吗? We are doing nice things, good things, not for others. It's for this one. Because I create good karma here, I create good ambience here, I generate right merits. It's okay. So you must tell yourself, it's okay, it's okay. Get it? So it's not one thing, you need to apply them together. Very good, huh? I like life example like that. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with the few that I have because I don't have a lot. I mean, it doesn't come naturally, okay? It's again, okay, that's number 4. Then number 5, this one, I call it the Ngeng Life version. You look at the words that he used, your teeth clench, the tongue pressed against the roof of the mouth, he beat down the thoughts. You literally should use the form. You will bite down, push your tongue against the roof. It's literal. You will ngengelai. So now I want you all to clench your teeth, clench. Then press your tongue against the roof. How do you feel? All you have is that thing. There's no thoughts here. So this is, you're using a physical form to stop the thoughts, to stop it. Okay? These were the Buddha's advice on how do you displace thoughts. These are different methods. Okay, I want you back into your small group. Tell your small group which method works for you. Already you have been using it, or you have never used it, which one you're going to try. Okay? So you must think about it first. Then you go talk to your friends. Go. I give you 10 minutes. Ladies, when I ask you to share with me, you have nothing to say. When you're talking to each other, you got so many things to say. Okay, very quickly, I'm going to ask you, how many of you can choose as many as you like, but how many of you say, I will try number one, or I am already doing number one? How many of you? Hey, hello. This side, nobody. Wait, later. Okay, number one now, number one. Okay. All right, thank you. Number two. Who's the number two one? Very good. Number two. Very fierce one, this one. Who's number three? Who's into number three? Yep, that's me too. I'm a 1-3. Okay. Who's four? Who's doing four? Wow, these are the practitioner one, eh? Okay. And number five. Who's the Ngenge Lai version? No, it's okay. This is your instinct. Okay? This is your instinct. These are your habits. And when you say that this is what I'm going to use, you want to be better at it. You be really skillful at it. Number one, you must always have a backup, a particular line that always works for you. As I said, mine is compassion, right? And forgiveness. I'm very good at this compassion thing. Compassion stuff. My type, okay? So number one, you need to have a line that you use regularly. Same for number two. Number two, look yasimi. No, so for some people, it's the stick that works. So again, have a standard line, it will help. And three, the trick about the trick about the third one is you must know what you're doing. If you don't know what you are doing, the Ngenge Lai version without understanding, you may end up suppressing. I'm not suppressing, I'm letting go. They're not the same. Okay? You don't want to press it down, then later it like Jack in the Box pop up there. We don't want that. It means your heart hasn't settled. For me, when I let it go, it's over. I don't look back. Because to me, all thoughts, all are mind-made. All things are mind-made. So that's why I can just let it go. Number four, you see, I do number three, I don't need number four. 3 and 4 are quite similar. 3 is fast, 4 is slower. It takes a while to slow things down. So I do number 3, I don't do number 4. No need now, no need. Okay. Number 5 is Ngenge Lai. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Sila. Why is Sila important? No sila, no samadhi, no samadhi, no enlightenment. If you do not have wholesome mental state as a habit, if you don't have wholesome mental state as a habit, as instinct, if you, for whatever reason, always very anxious, very fearful, easily restless, lazy like anything, must sleep, sleep, rest, rest, laze, laze. No, they're not bad. You're not evil, right? It's not cruel or anything. But these mental states, they will they will shake your sila. And when they shake your sila, samadhi will not happen. Okay? Okay. And this is a conversation between Ananda and the Buddha. Ananda asked the Buddha, what is the purpose and benefit of sila? And Buddha said, Ananda, the purpose and benefit of sila is non-regret. Sing light, no regret. What's the purpose of non-regret? Why do you need non-regret? So that you can experience joy. And what's so important about joy? With joy comes rapture. Then why we must have rapture? With rapture, you have tranquility and pleasure. Okay, whatever it is, I put them all together. Actually, they come together. Okay? Essentially, when you are peaceful, you are happy, you are light. This is the condition. These mental states are necessary condition for samadhi. Okay? The Buddha said, you want the mind to go quiet, to go still. You have the stillness of the mind. It has to have joy. It has to have peace, happiness. Okay? Why do you need samadhi? The Ananda asked. So that you can see knowledge and vision of things as they really are. That's how they are connected. My mind, wholesome, very wholesome. It means it's light. It is happy. Light, happy, it will go quiet. Automatic. It goes quiet, then you can see. Knowledge and vision of things as they really are, what does it mean? It will see impermanence of your aggregates. The arising and the fading away of feeling. The arising and the fading away of perception, form, and all five of them, all the aggregates. Okay? I repeat, knowledge, vision of things as they really are. Yatha Bhuta Jnana Dasana. Always this phrase, knowledge, reality. It means the impermanence of the aggregates. Aggregates come and go, very fleeting. In impermanence, dukkha, not satisfactory. Aggregates are not satisfactory. Aggregates cannot be satisfactory because form transient, feeling transient, perception transient, your mind construction, your narrative transient, consciousness transient. Everything is transient. What's so satisfactory is transience. Okay? That's reality as it is. Do not let me get you down. Okay? You should feel joy in that because whatever pain that you have, transient. Whatever agitation you have, transient. People call you name, lagi more transient. Okay? All transient. So, happy, pleasurable, transient, you feel sad. But the painful one also transient. They balance out lah. Okay? Okay. Wait. And then of course the the anatta, the selflessness nature of the aggregates, which yesterday afternoon, kongabesi. I thought until almost died. Then you're, I think can I think can. Huh? Thought until hey chuan, right? Then you're, okay, can. Okay. But that's it. Anicca, dukkha, anatta of the aggregates. Okay, that's the reality. That's reality. You're okay now? Everybody, one genius practitioner, so shy. Okay, so that was for your practice. Okay, you are cultivating sila so that you can experience joy. You experience joy, you will have peace. You have calm. Then the mind can go quiet. The mind can go quiet. I can see the aggregates as they are, which is impermanent, dukkha, and anatta. Okay? Everyone okay? Okay, very good. In daily life, if sila is a habit, daily life sila is a habit, you will be a happy person. Why? Why? Because you metta left, right, center ma. You metta, you chaga, generous, you embrace, you walk around macam floating on love like that. How not to be happy? But you're not loving one person, you're loving everyone. Love is a personification. Love as a state. Then you say, but cannot last. I know. We go back to life because you're surrounded by people not very loving one. Right? Our people around us, they are not practitioner. Imagine if the whole world is a world of practitioner. Wow, every day we live like that. Wow, so nice, huh? All everybody guarding their speech, all very thoughtful and caring. Huh? You don't have to worry about the knife coming from behind. Don't have this problem. That's your job. You're now very wholesome. Go and cause the little ripple in your world. Cannot lah. It's okay lor. Just try lah, huh? The Buddha. This is Dhammapada verse number 1, which is one of my favorite. Huh? The evil one has dukkha trilling like the wheel follows the hoof of the ox, pulling the cart. You know, Dhammapada verse number 1. Mind is the forerunner of all mental experiences. Mind is supreme. Mind made things. And if one acts and speaks with an evil mind, this is what happened. Suffering will follow like the wheel following the ox that pull the cart. But so brilliant, right? The analogy is so brilliant. Dukkha, so laborious, so heavy, so burdened, cannot break away from the wheel. But happiness follows the pure like the shadow that never leaves. Shadow. So unobtrusive. You don't even know it's there. Dukkha you know. Shadow you don't. Can you see that? This is Buddha's words. This is Buddha's. The story not from Buddha, but the stanzas from Buddha. This is the Buddha's words. The Buddha taught in a world is in an agrarian society. When the Buddha was teaching Dhamma, it was to a world which is very much agricultural. That is why he has so many use of the analogy, farming lah, plowing lah, bull lah, cattle lah, shepherd lah. They're all agrarian society. Okay? But that's not all he knows. The Buddha also accountant lah, goldsmith lah. Make archer, make arrow. Oh. He's like jack of all trades. He was the Buddha, he knows everything. Okay? So this is very cute. Okay, next. For merits. And this is very powerful. If you ask for help, you ask the Devas for help, what do you offer? Apple and oranges. Joysticks. You cannot buy their own joysticks. You can offer joysticks. All those don't help. Merits. And the last one, wait. Merits. Because basically, I like to tell this story. I said, okay, think of it like this. Okay, you all, I don't know your Malaysian politician as well. The only one I know is Anwar, okay? Let's say you all want to go meet your prime minister. You go and meet your prime minister. He wants to see you or not? He doesn't want to see you. Who are you? But you are the one who is the nation number one, I don't know, servicing old folks, giving money here, doing donation there, building school here, you delivering food everywhere. You are such a champion charity worker. Now you want to see Anwar. He wants to see you now. Sure, he wants to see you. Take picture with you. He also 张一点光. Do you understand? He also shine a bit, right? This is the very famous guy, Guinness World of Record in terms of donation. Wow, he also wants to stand next to you, right? Like that, okay? It's the same. You ask the Dewa for help, ask the Dewa for help. Then they say, who are you? Well, Dewas are bigger than Anwar. Who are you? Don't know you. But you are always doing good, doing kind things, giving your seat up for older folks, but maybe not here because we're all quite old, we need the seat ourselves. Right? You're doing things for people. Then the Dewa say, good job. I'm proud of you. Good job. Then they want to connect with you. Then you call for help. Help will come. Okay, help will come. Otherwise, then I ask you, I'll flip around. You are the Dewa. Don't see yourself no up. Okay? You are the Dewas. And then now you got all these requests, the email requests from all the human realm, all the requests comes to you. You are the CEO of Dewa Incorporate, okay? Then you look at all these emails come. Then you look, I would like to own the land, best property, Then I would like to do all these things. I want to be rich. I want to win Toto. Then how would you feel? Shush. Everything's so personal. Then this one comes along and say, I only need this to help this. Then you go and check record. Oh, wow, this one very kind fella. You want help or not? You want to help good people. You think the Devas don't want to help good people? So that's why merits. Actually, there was a stanza where the Buddha actually said, merits are the lifeline of lifeline of beings wherever they are reborn. Sila is your lifeline. Okay? Okay, then the last one, rebirth, for sure, rebirth conditions. There will be implications on your rebirth. Okay? I do believe that by your practice, and I'm talking to everyone here, by your practice, by your sincere quest for the Dhamma, you guys go for retreats, some of you go for retreats. All these experiences are actually very powerful merits. They are powerful merits. Then if you go and sit and your mind really goes still, it puts you into the category of going to the Brahma realm. Okay? Your mind goes very still, you can go into the Brahma realm. You can choose. There is a sutta, you all can go and check it out. You check it out, it's called Rebirth by Choice. There is such a sutta in Majjhima Nikaya. I just forgot the number. It's called Rebirth by Choice. 120. Good job. Okay? MN 120, rebirth by choice. You can actually choose your rebirth destination, according to that sutta. But you must have done enough merits, then you can choose. If you don't have merits and you very jalat-jalat, in the Singapore context, we'll say your pointing system not enough, can choose a school or not? Cannot, right? You not enough points to get to good school. You then choose. You then go where they send you. But your points are great. Of course, you can choose. Okay. Okay. Last one. I wanted to stress Sadda, faith. To me, this is the start point. Okay? 2 years back when I came here, I had a whole day on Sadda. Today, I only have one slide. I crunched the whole teaching into one slide. Sadda, faith, often described as faith in the qualities of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Qualities. Not object. Not Buddha Rupa, not object. Qualities. So, you want to increase your faith, you need to read up on the qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. I have already written it into a chapter in the book that Brother Lim distributed happily. The qualities are all there. Memorize them. I put it. Write it clearly. You go memorize it. Why? Because if you sit in your meditation and go quiet, some of the meditation object is on reflecting on the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So you recall the qualities of the Buddha and you feel the faith strengthen. When you recall the quality of Buddha, your faith strengthen. You go into Samadhi just like that, okay? You will shoot into Samadhi. Okay? There isn't always, meaning you are having time to fall asleep. Good. Correct? See, this one is, for most of those who are very into faith, correct? Think of the Buddha, what happened? The mind will sleep. It can be very fast. Yes, I know. Like that. So that's easy. Really, just think of the Buddha. Think of how grateful you are to him. Mind will just go sleep. Okay? So recall the qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And unfortunately, in our world of science, sometimes we see the faith go up. Do you have this problem? Maybe not here. It's never good at all. Because we pride ourselves for being very scientific. Science and faith seem to be at diametrical opposite, but not so. Not the Buddhist faith. Buddhist faith sits on knowledge and understanding. In fact, the ones whose faith is the strongest is the one who has gotten it. The Arahant's faith is noble host. When they say your faith becomes unshakable, what happened? Enter stream. So what it means is the more you understand, the stronger is the faith. This teaching requires you to ask questions. You want to ask, what is it? How do we do it? Why must we do it like that? Ask. In one of the sutta, the Buddha actually told the monk, it is your job to come before the teaching and ask, what is it? How do we do it? Why is it like this? Is it supposed to be practiced like this? Clarify your doubt. So you want to maintain a questioning mind, not a critical mind, a questioning mind where you ask questions. And the Dhamma's not afraid of you asking questions. The Dhamma invites you to ask questions. And as you ask and you clarify your understanding of what it is, how do we do it right? Why must it be practiced like this? When you ask questions, your faith grows. Okay? And faith, this is the role played by faith. Number one, in over
until you came here. You might have been looking elsewhere, checking it elsewhere. We wait all time going into all kinds of teachings. Some a bit contradictory, others maybe a little bit better, but it's a lot. And all these terminology go in to form a filter. It is your filter. And when you have absolute faith in the Buddha, you will strip this filter and you say, okay, if I have other views, my views are not Buddha's right, this is a filter. Okay? That filter is very powerful, you don't even realize it. Your faith is strong, the filter weakens, and you just hear. If your faith is not strong, the filter becomes strong, your view becomes strong. You cannot hear these words wrongly. Many a times, we're not teaching for a long time, right?
It starts in June after VGF retreat. VGF retreat is it ends on 17 to 22nd. That weekend, it starts. It's a 3-month course every Saturday afternoon, 2 to 5. So it's 22nd June onwards for 3 months. You sign up online because I assume you're not flying down every Saturday. It's online and on site. Okay? And it's a 12-week course. We call it Dhamma Foundation course. Online and on site. It's also recorded. Recorded means if you cannot come online, you still have the collection to go in anytime you want. Okay? It's organized by Buddhist Fellowship Singapore. Buddhist Fellowship Singapore. You go onto Buddhist Fellowship website. They haven't set up the Eventbrite yet. They haven't done it yet. I suspect it will be sometime in early May or late April that the site will come up. Okay? Any other question? We're good? We will, if no more question, today we call it a day early. Enjoy